Hey everyone, I did a whole 4 minutes of talking and didn't have my microphone on. We have a good one for you today, the last game of the season. Cats versus the Hartland Huskies. Also, some of these players, last game in the Capitals uniform. We'll talk about that throughout the stream today. I literally just spent the last 4 minutes talking about all that, thinking I was being genius and heartfelt and all of that. The only person that heard it is Penny. But now I have the mic on, so we should be good. Out for the first shift, Gavin, Wes, Henry, a graduation line. Aiden and Miles back, also a graduation line. Miles hasn't made the decision yet. He doesn't know if he's gonna stay or go, but got an 8th grade line in right now. Beck's gonna be in goal. He's also graduating. And we immediately get a penalty. So the Caps got to kill one early. Then we got a player down. He's on his knees, to his feet. So one of the things I was talking about yesterday, before I had my microphone on, just want to give a shout out to Lathan. He hasn't decided on what he's doing next year, but if yesterday was his last game as a Cap, special third period for him. Absolutely shut down the Canes, who were about 2 points better in my hockey rankings, and blocked about 15 shots in that third period to save the game. And just an unbelievable performance. Puck comes up, shot high, rebound out, goes over to the far corner. Wes with it. Wes able to control it, hits it up off the boards. That gets tipped up and around. And Huskies along the wing, shot wide of the net to the right. 1:06 to go on the penalty kill. That errant pass ends up with the puck behind the net. Now it comes out, back save. Comes over to the backside. They try and tip it up and out, can't clear. Puck up on the point, near side. Intercepted, and now tipped out of the zone. Wes takes it. Wes gonna dump it down deep. 42 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. And puck up along the boards. Huskies with it. Now they advance. Up to center ice and across the blue line. On the left wing. Down into the corner. Ethan in there. Puck comes out on the wing. That was almost a backhand shot, would have been dangerous right there. Now pressure wide. Puck kind of out to the left and taken away. 8 seconds left to go on the penalty kill, and the Caps clear. Now dump back in and we get an offside. 4 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. We'll be facing off right outside the Capitals zone. No, we'll do it at center ice. Puck comes over near side where we can't see it. Dump down deep and penalty is killed. Puck in the Husky zone. Brady chasing after it. A little bit of an errant pass allows Ethan to set up. Ethan goes around one. Ethan goes around two. Ethan shot. And Eli able to keep that in. Puck goes back down into the corner. Brady's there. Brady gets checked up. Ethan going to take that puck away. Brings it over to the far side. Skating with it, looks up. Backhanded pass goes over to Bennett in the corner. Ethan skates back in. Puck still along the boards. Now it's out. Huskies going to clear. Huskies bring it in along the right wing. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Shot. Puck comes out. Beck kick save. Comes out to the point, taken away, and cleared out by Ethan. Now it's going to be Eli, skating quick down the ice. He dumps it, wraps it around the boards, puck behind the net. Huskies tried it. Nice shot by Conrad. Huskies tried to clear. Conrad intercepted that. Now the puck along the boards, still fighting for it. Puck will clear, and the Huskies pass up, but a little bit of an errant pass, a little too far in front, allows Liam back behind the net to take control. Now it's going to be Noble. Skates it up and out. Passes up over to Wes. Wes, nice pass over to Gavin. Gavin, shot, goes wide of the net. Now the puck comes up over to Noble. Noble tipped out. This is dangerous. Here it comes back the other way. One-on-one, Beck, shot, save, Beck. Rebound comes around and wide of the net. So Beck checks in on the game. Puck over to the near side. Liam going to take it behind the net. Over to the right wing and cleared out. Nice pass up over to Noble. Noble gets out front. Noble going to have a chance. Shot just wide of the net. And the Huskies going to come back the other way. Line change coming in for the Caps. Noble, if he gets there quick, able to keep it in. Dekes up and around. Looked like the Huskies were going to clear it, but we're a little slow. And now that's Coop's shot. That was just a little bit shanked a little bit. If Coop gets good stick on that, that's going to be a goal. Now the puck's still in. Dumped down deep. Going to end up over in the near side corner. Henry with it. Puck clears. And right back in. Here comes Miles. Miles gets checked up along the boards. And Aiden couldn't keep that one in, tried to kick it back in, but couldn't do it. Coop with time, turns, fires it up the ice, and possession goes back over to the Huskies. Huskies across the blue line. Aiden, better be careful, don't need a hook. Aiden checks him up along the boards, and Michael able to come away with it. Michael, cross-ice pass, goes a little bit behind Henry, who has to slow up, but Cap's able to clear. Now the Huskies come back in. Line change, a little slow for the Caps. That shot well wide of the net to the right. Now Eli puts the burners on. Eli, if you look back at tape from the beginning of the season to now, Eli has really matured over the season, really learned how to skate. Shot goes wide of the net, almost backdoored, just a little errant. And this is going to be Bennett through the middle. Shot, save, rebound comes out. Puck up to the point, shot, rebound out, and in! That's a goal! Gavin in the back of the net! You bet! No, that was Ethan. It was Ethan. Ethan finds one. I saw the one. I thought it was 21, not 71. Ethan got it. And the Caps take a 1-0 lead, 9:12 to go. I'm so excited I didn't even stop the clock. I should have Penny helping me with the clock. We'll let the clock just sit while it hopefully gets looped up. Now the Huskies dump it into the zone. Puck behind the Capitals net. Ethan coming off a goal. Dumps it back down behind his net. Brady there. That puck's going to come up over to, hey guys, I'm not going to lie, I hate the icy white jerseys. I can't tell who's who in them. But that was Conrad who got it out of the zone. And now the puck back the other way. Penny, I need help with this clock. Kicked up and out. This one's going to be Gavin. Gavin puts the brakes on. Shot. Rebound comes out. Tip back, and we'll get an offside. Let's get the clock synced up. 8:21 to go in the first. face off at center ice. Wes, Gavin, Noble, Aiden, and Liam in. And we get another offsides. Puck clears out. That was tipped. They're going to call it wasn't tipped, and they'll call icing. So we'll get a face-off in the Capitals zone. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the first period. Puck down, behind, shot out front. Beck covers up, save. Puck down in the corner. Now it comes out to the point. That's dangerous shot. Beck save again. Rebound comes out to the wing, tipped out, and that's going to be Noble skating out in front, and he gets checked up, loses the puck, puts a check back. Now it comes back over to Liam. Liam on the boards, over to West. That's an errant pass, and that's going to allow the Huskies to take back over, but it comes back into their own zone. Aiden loses the puck, shot right up the middle. Beck wide of the net, no goal, and taken away. Aiden. Now it tips out again. Wes going to skate this up and out. Wes across the blue line. Wes, deep shot. Good save by the goalie. It did. It hit the post. I think it went off the boards. All right, so we'll get a face-off in the Husky zone. Wes and Gavin head to the bench. Michael coming in. Who else we got in here? I hate these jerseys. Michael, Miles, Henry, Coop, and who is that down there? I think that's Conrad. Shot, that's going to go wide of the net. Goes over to the far side corner. Huskies with it, trying to clear out. Still with it. Now they outlet pass up the center ice and across the blue line on the left wing. Shot, Beck, save. Beck flashing that leather. And there's not many times more I'm going to be able to say it. Gina! Puck won by the Huskies. Puck's going to end up behind the net and sneak over to the left side wing. Puck centered up. Beck kicks it over to with the stick, and that'll clear the zone. That's going to be Eli. Eli, look at that speed. Eli, shot, goal in the back of the net. You bet. 5 holes them, and the Caps take a 2-0 lead. So the Caps, halfway through the first, find themselves with the 2-goal lead. Eli just put the afterburners on, absolutely hammered it. And we get an early timeout. Huh? Their coach kind of sounds mic'd up here. The Huskies coach not happy with the Huskies' effort so far. Good Lord. He said, fix it right now. But the Caps At center ice, Ethan smiling up at the camera. Brady knocks it into the zone. Bennett able to get it down into the corner, chases. Huskies up off the wall, keep it far side. Ethan in there. Ethan, use that physicality, but here come the Huskies at center ice. Poked away. Huskies still with it. Fired off the boards, but that's going to end up over with, I think that's Liam. Can't tell with these jerseys, but now Ethan finds it. Ethan goes through traffic, gets checked up, and it comes back and out. Now along the wing, left side, Beck save, rebound comes out. Eli able to take it. Eli tipped up and around. And Ethan gonna skate it up. Ethan dumps it as he crosses center ice. Line change coming in for the Caps. Brady down deep. And Huskies up and get it out. But Wes able to tip it. Can they keep it in? No, but possession kind of with them. Now Gavin dumps it down. Puck's going to end up behind the net. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Wes and Gavin behind the net. A dynamic duo, been skating together since they were like 7. Now the Huskies up and out of the zone. Playing their last game as Capitals together. That was a check from behind. Now that puck comes out, 1 to beat. Good job by Aiden to just muscle up and stop that from being a breakout. Now it's going to be Noble coming back the other way. Noble trying to find some space. Puck out in front. Wes able to keep it in. Wes dumps it down behind the net. Gavin comes down. Noble in there, and now we get a penalty. And I believe it's going to be on Coop. So the Caps got to kill another penalty. Earlier this weekend, the penalties were hurting them a lot. They cleaned that up in yesterday's game. But Coop going to spend 1:30 thinking about all the mistakes he's made in life and lost loves and everything else. But then 1:30 from now, he'll be right back out and forget about all that. All right, so the Caps got to kill another one. Miles puts a check on, keeps the puck behind the net. Puck in the corner. Centered up, Beck save, able to use his stick to kick it over to the near side. Check, but the puck clears. Minute to go on the penalty kill. Bennett with the puck. Bennett keeps it far side. Liam fighting in front of the net. Look at Liam. They're putting all sorts of pressure on the front of the net. Shot wide of the net to the right. Goes over to the far side. 36 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Pass across ice. Beck save and glove. 29 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Now we're going to put Penny on the mic for 1 second. She's going to say Gita.
Cheeto.
No, you got to be louder than that. Yeah, loud.
Cheetah!
All right, puck in the corner. 25 seconds left to go on the kill. I didn't start the clock because I don't pay attention to this. I'm more busy trying to get Penny to talk. Puck still in the corner. Caps will play keep away all day, and now it comes up to the point. Cross ice pass over to the right. Rebound comes out on the back door. Beck able to come over. Beck covered it up. Beck about 10 feet off the goal. 3 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. 2:53 to go here in the first. We'll get another face-off over on the left. Puck goes over into the corner. Someone will go get it. Gavin now tips it. And the puck out. Everyone back at full strength, and Noble got behind the defense. Noble shot off the post and in! Bar down, you bet! And the Caps take a 3-0 lead. Noble finds a beautiful, just came out off the bench, finds it, puts it up high, goes off one post, goes off two posts, goes in the back of the net, tickles Twine. Eli with it, retreats back into his own zone, cross-ice pass, gets it up over to, I cannot tell who that is. I think that's Coop. It is. Eli gonna cross the blue line, but that'll be an offside. Not much you can do with that one. So we'll get a face-off right outside the Husky zone. Puck goes into the zone. The Husky fell down. Now Miles on the wing. Miles, cross-ice pass. Oh, Henry just couldn't connect on the one-timer. That was a great pass. Watch the back door here. Beck save. Rebound comes out. Comes over. Good tip out. And the puck will clear the zone. And whistled. It's actually 1:49 to go in the period. And let's see. Face off at center ice. Puck in and out of the cap zone. Bennett tried to knock that down. Now it's 2-on-2 coming into the cap zone. They wait. Nice tip by Aiden. And the puck's going to go out of play onto the Capitals bench. Aiden, this is his first year playing with the Caps, but he's moving on next year, moving up to high school. Been playing super physical the last few months of this season. For those of you that don't know, grew up playing hockey as a young boy in Chicago. Beck with a nice save. Kick save comes over to the near side. And Aiden, nice little backhand, gets it over to Ethan. Ethan's already got one, gets the puck taken away right as he was about to split the defense. Now here come the Huskies. Aiden able to tip it back away, and that slows the march. That goes off a boot. Weird rebound, Brady chasing after it. Cross-ice pass, intercepted by Gavin. Gavin gonna bring it in the zone. Gavin's shot, that gets deflected before it gets to the net. Now it comes up over to Conrad. Conrad tried to center it up. That gets intercepted, and that puck's gonna come all the way down, and we'll get an icing with about 35 seconds left to go in the first. Gavin West, Noble, Coop, and Conrad in. Huskies win the face-off. They clear it out. That puck's going to come all the way down. Beck just says, I'll cover it up. Beck maybe, if he comes out on that and tips it over to the wing, can get it over to Coop a little bit quicker. But instead, we'll get a face-off in the zone. Beck going to try and protect the 3-goal lead. Conrad behind the net. Kicks it up off the boards to the far side. Puck comes up to the point. Right wing shot. That goes wide of the net. Comes over to the near side. 15 seconds left to go here in the first. Puck clears the zone. That's going to be ice. And we'll do another face-off in the cap zone. Puck along the boards and cleared out. And that'll do it for the first period. The Caps come out fast, come out hard, find themselves with the 3-goal lead going into the second. So Penny, oh, she's running away. Sorry, John, she's running away. Grandpa wants to know your thoughts on the first period. We won't put you on camera. What do you think?
It was good.
How good? What was your favorite part?
I don't know.
Was it the Noble goal?
I don't know.
You don't know, man. You don't know a lot. Come on. All right. Well, give a shout out to Grandma and Grandpa. Say hi, Grandma, Grandpa.
Hi.
Say love ya.
Love you.
There. There's not a trash. Yes, there is a trash can up here. So the Caps coming now, playing some inspired hockey here in the first, but they got a long way to go. So let's see. Let's highlight one of the other ones. We just got done talking a little bit about Aiden. Gavin, we all know him. Here's a fun fact about Gavin. His nickname all year has been G-Babes. The team calls him G-Babes, which in fairness is much cooler than like G-Money. Or what's another G? You don't have another one? But G-Babes playing in his last game. He's also got another nickname, which is Molly's son. Now that puck goes behind the net over to the far side in the Caps zone. Now it comes up over to the wing, but they miss it, and now that's going to be Miles who tips it up and out. Skating down the ice fast, comes into the Husky zone. Shot! Little off the mark, and now it comes over up to Eli, who tips it to the middle. The puck right out front, and shot, and goal! Miles finds the back of the net, and the Caps poured it on. Miles brings the goalie out, then swipes that puck a little bit out of his reach, has a full open net, finds it. Again, Miles, another one of those eighth graders. Just, it's a tough time of year when you say, well, am I trying out and doing one more year of hockey? It's different for each family. But Miles finds a goal in what could be his last game as a Capital as well. Now Bennett with it. Bennett shoots it in. Puck's going to come out in front of the net, but the Huskies take it over to the near side. That puck rebounds up and around. Aiden tries to keep it in, does. But now the Huskies take it over to the far side, skate it up and out of the zone. Conrad with the puck, fighting for it right at the blue line. Huskies come in, a little bit deeper. We got a table for, 7. And the puck out of the zone. Huskies with it though. Huskies pass back, now forward. Now they march in, and they got a 2-on-1 if they want it. But a little bit of a mishandling, and that allows everyone to kind of get back in position. That shot well in front of the net, comes over to the near side. And now the puck along the boards to the far side. Brady puts a big check on. West fighting for the puck, tipped up and around, and that's going to skate all the way down the ice. And we'll get an icing. You want to do the camera for a little bit? No? Why are you so shy right now? Shy guy. Just a little shy guy. All right. All right, you doing it? You just move it. Wherever the puck is, you've got to point the camera there. All right, West, center it up. Take it out. You need me to do it. Faster, faster. Noble with it. Noble down into the corner. And this shows you what your camera's filming. Rebound, comes out into the corner. Not going to be able to keep that in. That's going to be Cooper, who's forced to skate all the way back down the ice. And I think we're getting an offsides there. All right, who's in? Who's out? Here's the update. Gavin, Wes, Noble, Eli, and Conrad. Conrad with the puck, tips it over to Eli. Eli got swallowed up there quick by a bunch of black jerseys, but able to clear it out. but the puck right back into the zone. Conrad with a little bit more space this time. Dekes around one, but loses the puck. And now Eli tries up off the boards. West going to find it. West off the skate of Noble. Now he clears it. West at center ice. West going to take it up and into the zone himself. Goes over to the wing, kicks it down to the corner, and they'll fight for it along the near side boards. Now the puck going to get iced back the other way. And, well, I didn't start the clock. One thing I never got good at doing this over the years was keeping an accurate clock. All the way out there. Conrad has the puck, centers it up, but that gets intercepted before it gets to the net, and that puck's going to go all the way down, and we and we got another icing. I thought we would, we did, and we'll take it back up the ice. Miles going to take the face-off. Puck goes over to the boards, far side. Miles gets it up over to Michael. Michael. Back to Michael. Michael with space. Michael puts a shot on. Rebound's going to come right out. And the Huskies able to knock it over back into the boards, far side. And that puck's going to get iced again. Puck up high, that rebounds out, and here comes a little breakout. Aiden able to put a big body on it, no shot even comes in. Clean shack too. Now the puck behind the net. Aiden with a beautiful play. Aiden playing physical. Like I said, last couple months, took this team a little while to learn how to play physical with checking and all that, but Aiden using that size and that speed to just really shut down those breakouts in this game. Now the puck's going to come over to the near side. And the puck's still down behind the net on the boards. Brady went in there to go get it, but it ends up back behind the net. Aiden now kicks it over to the near side board. Cap still trying to clear. No one home. That's Liam. He'll clear that out. Good tip by Ethan. Ethan gets in front of the defense. Ethan got hammered, shot, rebound out, tipped up, and now it comes out the other way, and this is trouble. Aiden, shot over the net, comes over to the near side. That was a 2-0 breakout, and good Aiden all over the ice. Shot back, save. Aiden knows he's playing his last game, playing like there is no tomorrow. Now Bennett kicking it out. 10 minutes to go here in the second. The Huskies dump it in. Liam down deep. Big line change. Liam got to kick it up and out fast. That is another problem. That went off Ethan. Shot, Beck save, goes over to the far side. Coop kicks it up and out. That puck, Ethan dumps it down, and we're going to get an offsides with 9:40 to go. So the Huskies picking up the pace here in the second. But Aiden, an absolute clinic. Shot, that gets deflected well before it gets to the net. Now centered up again. Caps playing a little bit of too much time in our own zone. Beck save, rebound comes out high, stays along the far side. Beck will cover that one up. And now they kick out one of the Huskies, say someone else got to come in, so 97 will come in. And they kick out West. Everyone's irritated. Gavin will come in. Puck behind the net. Comes over to the wing. Puck sits right out center. Someone cleared out. That'll be Gavin. Gavin's got Wes out front. They're going to kick and chase. Wes in the corner. Wes. And Gavin along the wing. Kind of playing 2-on-2 hockey right there. Noble comes in. Noble puts a nice check on. And Gavin's going to throw another check. They're hammering him on the boards. Now Wes comes in. Wes going to hammer him up along the boards. Table for 4, everyone falling down. Puck in there somewhere. And it comes out. Huskies with it. It'll clear the zone. Huskies at the blue line. Bring it in. And they get an offsides. 8:30 to go in the second. Henry over to Conrad. Conrad up and out of the zone. Conrad to center ice. Going to dump it in. A little bit of a shake on that, so a little bit slower, but puck now down in the corner. That's Miles down there. Already has a goal on the day. Michael going to come in, try and poke that puck out. Does. Michael, if he can get it centered up, has Henry, but is forced to take it to the boards, and we reset. Liam going to take a shot, and gloved by the goalie. Miles to take it. Henry in there. Michael in there. Conrad and Liam. Puck comes up. Liam he kind of hesitated. That was Liam's puck. But it comes over to Conrad. Conrad, shot. Miles tried the redirect. And it goes all the way over to Liam on the far side. Now, Huskies take the puck up and out of the zone. They're going to do a little dump and chase down into the corner, far side. Liam with it behind his own net. Takes it near side, up off the glass. Comes up to the point. Conrad tips that away. Now Michael tries to clear. Michael does. Comes over to the Huskies. That puck. Michael able to take it. Michael along the wing tried to center it up. But that puck there's no one there to center it up too. Except for a bunch of Huskies. Now the Huskies take it up. Taken away. Now it's out of the zone. Cross-ice pass as they come in. Good tip by Liam. But now they find it on the wing. Now the puck behind the net. Shot, Beck save, goes behind the net again. Comes over to the near side. Liam puts a check on. They fight for it. Puck over to the far side. Up to the top, and that's going to clear. The Husky couldn't handle the pass, so everyone forced to reset. Comes back in the zone, and that'll be an offsides. Is number 21 a little slow to get back on sides for the Huskies. 6:33 to go in the second. Caps with a 4-0 lead. Eli fighting for it along the boards, in the corner, far side. Puck comes out. Beck with the save. Puck still out in the center. Good save by Beck as he came across, got a glove on it, kicks it over the boards. Oh, I'm too busy watching Beck's last game here to move with the camera. Now we're going to get another penalty coming up on the Caps. Delayed penalty. Goalie's coming off, and now they'll whistle it. So the Caps committing their third penalty, and now we got to kill another one with 5:57 to go here in the second. So as we wait for the penalty kill line to come in, we'll take a minute to talk about Wes. Fun facts about Wes, I don't have any, but I do know his parents are down in Florida right now. They're probably watching the game. But as I think about Wes, I think about that smile. Kid's got the best smile on the team. Nice kid, and that puck's gonna come out, and Wes with the puck, takes it behind the net, off the glass, clears it. Always smiling. Wes also, if you know anything about him, he's a really nice kid, but a hell of a competitor. Does not like losing. And always is given his, every time he's on that ice, that's Gavin shot! Almost a backhanded or a shorthanded goal. Now Aiden with it, he puts a shot on, that gets deflected over into the corners. But every time Wes is on the ice, you know you're getting his all. And every time he, if something doesn't go his way, he'll keep fighting. He's a competitor. Love that about Wes. So here they come. 32 seconds left to go on the penalty kill, and Conrad able to tip that to the corner. Now the puck comes over to the near side, passed up over to the wing on the right. Tried to center it up. Now it goes over. Shot. Puck kind of saucers over into the corner. 10 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. And that'll do it. Puck's still there though. Now we just got to clear it. Can we get it behind the defense? Ethan was there. Nice pass over to Bennett. Bennett with space. Shot and goal! Bennett in the back of the net. Ethan with a beautiful assist. Check this one out. And the boys are putting on a show for the last game of the season. Ethan had just come off the bench from the penalty, and instead of taking it himself, fools everyone, passes it over to Bennett, who's wide open, and puts a beautiful top shelf shot in. And the Caps go up 5-0 with 4:15 to go here in the second. And that'll be nice. That puck up below on the boards. Huskies can't clear it. And who's that down there? Is that Wes? That is Wes. These numbers, I can't see them. There are no numbers on the side jerseys, the icy whites. I'll complain about them when I'm 100. I'm not going to make it that far. That puck tipped away, but Eli there. Eli behind the net. Look at that speed. I'm telling you, that speed, he did not have that at the beginning of the season. Nice tip by Wes. Now Wes along the wing. Wes, shot, save. The Caps winning the 50-50 pucks. Looking to end the season on a high note. In comes Henry. Miles, who's that way down there? That's Michael. Who's on D? We got Coop and Conrad, the CCs. Now a little bit behind the defense, but Henry able to get there. That's dumped in. Puck's gonna come over to the near side. Conrad takes it back to the far side on the reverse, and Michael tips it out in front, but a little bit too far out in front. Beck tips that over to the far side, and now Henry, nice pass. That's gonna end up over with Michael. Michael will take it into the zone. He's gonna dump it, and we'll chase back behind the net. Miles finds the puck deep. Nice pass over to Michael. Michael trying to get it in, can't do it. Michael's still with it behind the net. There's a gaggle of black jerseys in front. Now that's gonna go all the way down, and that'll be an ice. All right, the puck over to the far side. Liam there. Liam kicks it down the boards, and we fight for it right in front of the Caps bench. And now everyone kind of standing around. We're getting to that point of the game where the legs start getting a little tired. Liam tries to get it up, shot by, who was that? Was Brady on the backhand, just a little wide. Shot, goal! Bennett finds his second one of the day. Bennett finds a rebound and just puts it low in the corner. And the Caps playing one of their best games of the season here in the last game of the season. Here we go. 2:07 on the official clock. They didn't start the clock. There it goes. All right. Eli chases it out. Liam. Caps able to get back. That puck. Liam, that stayed in. Wes had the puck. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Now it's going to be Beck. Shot goes up over the net. A little bit errant. Beck makes the save off his stick. That caroms all the way out to the point, near side. And that's a shot. Puck still out in front of the net. Still out in front of the net. Still out in front of the net. Someone knocked it away. I don't know who, but now it's over on the wing far side. There's a stick right in front of that. Beck. And they get a goal. I think Beck had lost his stick. And the Huskies scratch with 1:21 to go here in the second. That puck sat a long time up in dangerous territory right in front of the crease. So now the Huskies with a little bit of energy. Puck's gonna carry him around the boards over to the near side. Henry able to tip that up, but can't tip it out. And the puck ends up behind the net again. Cooper there. Cooper off the boards. A minute to go here in the second period. And Coop putting a lot of pressure on it. Miles gets in there. And it comes up over to the wing. Shot, Beck save, goes back over to the far side. Miles putting the pressure on. Now Michael tips up, and that's going to be Coop who takes it out of the zone. Coop up to center. Passes over to Henry, but that gets intercepted. Now the Huskies come back. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the second. And we fight for it down. They're going to try and center it up. Beck kicks it back behind the net. And the puck's going to end up near side again. Big check. Puck along the board still. Miles tries to clear it out. Henry does. Nice pass over to Michael, but it gets tipped out in front, and the Huskies back in. And that'll do it for the second, with the Caps enjoying a commanding 6-1 lead. So we go to the third. Caps pouring it on here. Let's see, who haven't we talked about? How about Henry? We haven't talked about Henry yet. Henry also, his first year on 2012 White. Henry kind of came along early. I've known Henry. Fun fact about Henry. Beck and Henry went to preschool together and have known each other since they were like 6 months old. Henry, when he was just a little tyke, and I mean little, like 1 year old, he has always had that fire red hair. Cute, adorable kid, and then, you know, they start playing hockey and all of a sudden they find each other on a hockey team. And Henry, all throughout this year, getting more and more physical with every game. The boys all love them. And they've been a wonderful addition to the 2012 Caps White family. So want to wish Henry the best. Beck covers that up. Slow whistle. And out we get some extracurriculars after the whistle. Beck able to cover that up. So I want to wish Henry the best. Henry, I think he's also going to St. Charles. So Beck and his story will continue. Along with Wes and Gavin's, Beck covers that one up. And a whistle-marred beginning here to the third period. Puck, Ethan able to tip it up and out. Puck kind of at center ice. Bennett fighting for it. That goes under the stick of Eli. Eli over to Liam. Liam, that puck gets deflected and ends up over in the corner. Now along the wing, over to the far side. Puck right behind the net. Still behind the net. Beck looking for it. Eli still right behind the net. So if you're the goalie, you hate that. Every second that puck's back there, you hate it. But now it's just stuck along the boards, and now it pops out over to the left wing. Errant pass, and that's going to go all the way down the ice. Bennett chasing after it. And Ethan trying to set up shop in the Husky zone. Here come the Huskies into the Cap zone, tipped right back up and out. Then the puck at center ice. Cross ice pass, here they come. Caps on a line change. That puck gets Karam's up on the stick way over the net. And that puck gonna clear out. Gavin hunting for the puck behind the Huskies net. Now he chases. Watch out, they're gonna get a slashing. And Cooper had the puck, lost his skates, puck up off the boards, now behind the net. Aiden down there. Puck still along the boards, far side. Gavin trying to clear it out. That's going to get through everyone. Beck with the kick save. Gavin can't clear. Puck knocked down. Shot, backdoor goal. So like I said, plenty of time left, and the Caps lead cut to 4. That was a great shot by the Huskies. Good pass, and they get the one-timer. Beck just couldn't get back in time. And so now we're 2-6, 12:18 to go. Huskies put it right back in. That shot left of the net. Don't really know that was a shot. Now cross-ice pass. Errant goes over to the far corner. That puck right out front. Beck, and another goal. And the Caps got to be careful. Caps getting complacent, and the lead's been cut in half. $11:58 to go. Conrad kicks it. That's tipped. Now Miles. Pass. One time. Couldn't one time it. Now Liam one times it. Puck ends up over in the corner. Caps got to play a game of possession right here. Liam, high over the net. Puck goes over to the far side. That's Miles. Was that Gavin? No, that's Miles. Centered up, but no one home on that. That puck's going to come all the way down. Beck tips it up, gets it back out. Good job by Beck to clear the zone. Now cross-ice pass, but the Husky player was going to the bench. And Miles with it, brings it into the zone. Miles puts a shot on. By the way, we have a different goalie in. It was the goalie we played on Friday. That puck goes over to the near side. This goalie has, you can get rebounds on him. We noticed that on the Friday game. Puck's gonna come back the other way. Into the zone. Errant pass goes into the corner. Eli down there, puck centers up. That Henry gets checked up, but that clears the zone. Huskies got to reset. Pass comes over to the near side. Shot. Beck covers up. So we'll get a face-off in the Cap zone. 10:20 to go here in the third. Puck along the boards. And out of the zone. I believe it's out. But they're kind of right behind that post that you're staring at. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Huskies come away with it. Dump it down over to the far side. Puck will end up behind the net. Fired up along the boards to the near side. That's where Brady's at. Huskies with it though. Huskies get it back behind the net. And the back door's open. Beck, that puck comes right out. Beck thought he had it covered up, but Aiden able to kick it up and out. Aiden's gonna put the Jets on. Here he comes down the ice. Shot goes wide of the net. Less than 10 to go here in the game. Puck's still in the zone. Ethan tried to keep it in, couldn't do it. Now it comes back the other way. Into the corner it goes. Tried to center up, goes over to the far corner. Plenty of time. That puck gets deflected out of the zone. And Brady trying to figure out where the Huskies want to go with it. Eli able to tip that. That may have been an offsides. Got to watch the back door. Good job by the Caps. Now clear it out. Nice tip up by Eli. Cross-ice pass by the Huskies. Huskies try and clear it. Puck. Now it does. And if they go fast, they'll have a 3-on-2. Eli able to put a body on it. Good job by Eli. West comes in. Puck behind the net. Now it comes up on the wing. Shot wide of the net. Goes over to the far side. That pass, shot, Beck save, and covers up. West not going to back down at all. Wes and Gavin heckling number 4 on the, Gavin still jawing at him. That puck ends up behind the net. Liam with it. Liam up off the boards. Tipped up, and out. Conrad with it. That puck finds the zone. That's well wide of the net though. That puck's gonna come all the way down, and we'll get an icing. 7:55 to go. But the momentum with the Huskies here is they found 3 goals here in the third. So did they get one in the second? Or are they all in the third? Oh, is that, okay. Liam able to tip that away. Shot, that gets deflected before it gets to the net. And up and out of the zone. Henry tips it up. They say no ice. And the Cats set up shop in the Husky zone. Henry, shot just wide of the net. Great shot by Henry. Coop comes in. Puck in the corner still. Miles tried to center it up. That puck goes through everyone, and that's going to ice all the way down the other way. And we'll get a face-off in the Husky zone. Puck in the corner. Conrad keeps it on the corner. Conrad now with Ethan down deep. Tried to center it up. That puck intercepted and outlet pass and an icing. Beck read that one perfectly. It only went about 4 or 5 inches left of the net. And smartly lets it go, so we get another face-off in the zone. Less than 7 minutes to go here in the game. Caps with a 3-goal lead. Huskies, pass, intercepted. Off the boards, puck at center ice, Huskies with it. Good job by Liam to stay home there. Now the puck down in the corner. Brady. Liam finds it. He's going to take it over to the far side. Liam tried an interesting path on getting it out. Couldn't quite do it. It almost worked, though. Now the puck comes up to the point. Shot. Beck with the blocker save comes over to the near side along the wing. Brady puts a body on it. They both fall down. And they're both sitting on the puck. Now the puck up to the point. Taken away by Ethan. Ethan couldn't clear it out though. And this puck sitting in that cap zone for quite a while. Now back behind the net again. And Beck covers it up. And with 5:45 to go, we'll get a face-off in the Capital zone. Who else haven't we talked about? We talked about Gavin, Aiden, Henry. We talked about Wes. Who am I missing? I mean, I know Beck and Lathan. We talked about Lathan. We'll talk about Beck here in a second as we go down the stretch. I know a thing or two about him. Wes with it, able to clear it, but loses his skates. So the Huskies will get there first, and we'll get a penalty and a trip coming up on .77 of the Huskies. So the Caps get their first power play opportunity of the day. And while they set up for that, we'll talk about Beck. He's my son. I never wanted him to play goalie. But Grandpa and Mom, without my consent, put the pads on him one day, and he hasn't taken them away since. Henry with the shot. A lot of training. And a lot of work that he's put in. All these boys have put in a ton of work. But Beck learned that from scratch. He also had me as his baseball coach, teaching him to be a baseball catcher. And what you know, if you know anything about the two positions, what you find out is everyone thinks they're similar, but they're actually the exact opposite of each other. So he had to learn two of the most demanding positions in two different sports. But the day he made the Caps white team, which I believe was 4 or 5 years ago, you've never seen a kid smile so much. He's loved being on the team. And he's loved his teammates over the years and all the coaching he's gotten over the years. And recently, he's gotten into playing the horses with the parents while we're traveling. So, of course, I say good luck to my own son going to high school. Now here come the Huskies back the other way, less than 5 minutes to go in the game. But a fun one for Beck. Who else I I feel like Lathan's the other one, but we talked about Lathan at the top. Wes tried to tip it up over to Conrad, couldn't do it. 20 seconds left to go. That puck comes out right in front of the net. Puck comes out, Miles got to get there first. Miles able to tip that away, good job, because that was going to be a breakout the other way. Now it's dumped back down deep. Now that puck, this could be trouble. Miles again got to get there first, controls the puck. Wes dumps it back down. He's going to come off the ice. Less than 4 minutes to go in the game. Oh, everyone back to full strength. Conrad puts a nice check on. They're able to keep the puck in the zone for now, but it's right at the blue line. It squirts out, and that pass goes underneath Ethan and ends up over in the corner. And now along the wing, that's a dangerous spot. That's still in a dangerous spot, and able to knock it out. Brady clears the zone. Aiden there. And here come the Huskies back the other way. Around one, around two. Beck able to get, and that's going to hit those rafters. Beck gets just enough of his shoulder pad on it to get it to go up and over the net. Then it ricochets into the lowest rafters you've ever seen in a hockey barn. Then the clock stops. It's actually with 3:11 left to go. I don't know why my clock is the faster one today, and yesterday it was a slower one. Aiden with it. Clears it out, but that's going to be an ice. And with just over 3 minutes to go, we count it down. Bennett, Coop, Brady, Ethan, Aiden. In no particular order. Shot right in front of the net. Beck covers that up. Ethan able to tip that away. He's going to skate it up and out. If they go fast, Brady, Ethan along the wings, shot, rebound comes out, then covered up. 2:46 to go. And before the game ends, it's the last game of the season. As we do the line change, we have a few other people over there on the bench to shout out. Bergie, that puck's over here, but we can talk about him. We got 3 coaches. We also got a team manager over there and the people that make it all work for these boys and us families. But we got Bergie, who's been coaching these boys for a long time, became the head coach this year, and that's going to be a penalty. That's a tough penalty to take this late in the game. And now the puck comes up to the point, shot, and now whistle. So, well, you got Bergen, you got Cordell, you got Steve. So I want to send a thanks to all of them. They donate their time and really got to put up with, 17, 13-year-olds, which at times that's got to be miserable. So thanks for all of their hard work this year. We're looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future, and we'll get a quick timeout. So that gives us an opportunity to show off the coaches here a little bit. They're probably going to pull the goalie here. At 2:10 left, they're going to go on a 2-man advantage to try and get the goal, and you may not see the goalie come back in the whole time, so it's going to be a tall task to close this one out on the late penalty. But the good news is they amassed a early 6-0 lead, so they got a little bit of a cushion. Bergie drawing it up, basically saying everyone get in front of the net and don't let the puck in. That's how I would coach it. That's why I'm not a coach. Way to go, Ruff! I wish I would have had that on camera. The goalie down there for the Huskies was making a little ice wall. And he spent the whole time out making that ice wall. And then the ref came over and just took his skate and cleared the whole thing out. So the goalie is pulled. 4-on-6 hockey. Here come the Huskies, able to keep it out of the zone. Wes. 1:10 to go on the penalty kill. It comes in to the near side boards. Up along the wing, Beck's shot covers it up. 1:38 to go in the game. 59 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Liam behind, kicks it up off the boards. Gavin tried to clear it, couldn't. Puck out on the point over under the right wing. Centered up, goes all the way through traffic, ends up on the near side. Beck, save, and covered up again. .119 to go, 40 seconds on the penalty kill. Now keep in mind it's 6-on-4. The goalie is pulled. If they can get one down the ice, find a little breakout, the Caps could put this one away easy right here. Puck goes over to the near boards. And that's an errant pass through. They're all going to have to reset. And the puck, a little bit mishandled, comes into the Huskies zone. And the puck right there, Ethan with the shot. Ethan smartly just put one on net, but it got deflected. And Ethan's still fighting for it. Ethan's still fighting for it. Ethan, an amazing effort here in the last minute of the game. And that gets the penalty all the way down to 13 seconds. Shot, Beck, save, goes over to the near side. 8 seconds on the penalty kill. Over onto the wing, shot, Beck, blocker save. And they've killed the penalty. But they still have a one-man advantage as the goalie is pulled. That pass going to go through almost everyone, but stays in the zone. Shot, Beck. Puck going to come over to the near side and tipped up and out. Noble. No, it didn't come out, I guess. Liam behind the net. 19 seconds to go. Pass up over to Ethan. Ethan tips it out in front. And the puck down behind the Huskies net. Ethan putting a lot of pressure on. 6 seconds to go. Puck sitting there. Who wants it? Huskies down the ice. 3, 2, 1. And that's another capital W. The Caps with the 6-3 victory to close out their season and send the graduates home happy. Now, you guys, I've announced for 4 years or so doing this. And for those of you that have listened over the years, I always say Chick Hearn and Vin Scully are my inspirations. And Vin Scully, on his last day announcing, he did the Dodgers for like, I don't know, 60 years or something like that. And he used this line. Don't be sad it's over. Smile because it happened. So I want to thank everyone for watching over the years. And I'm signing off for one last time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Wait, hold on. We got the coaches out here. We'll maybe stay on. But that is the parting shot I want you guys to hear. Anytime it's the end of an era, smile because it happened. Don't be sad because it's over. Julia going to take one last picture with the boys. And to all the kids that are staying, we wish you the best of luck next season. Skate hard. And to all the little kids that are coming up, Jacob and Penny and all of them, keep skating, and one day you'll be a graduate of either CAHA or CCYHA. So thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll do it again somewhere in the future.